Hey guys, OgreBarberian here, back for another in-depth look. Today, Sinestro Yellow Lantern. Sinestro is a very, very farmable character. He has 7 nodes in campaign in which you can farm him at. So he's fairly easy to rank up. I don't really work on him, and as you can see, I still have him Legendary 1 with almost Legendary 2. It's fairly easy to obtain. So, his gear set is I believe, special support. So, he has a very interesting gear set. Sinestro's moves: damage and apply an affinity resistance down to an enemy. This goes up to 3 affinity resistance downs, gaining some fairly nice damage along the way. And really early on in the game, when you unlock him, he does a lot of damage with this skill. So it's one that you'll use quite often. Legendary upgrade for this is Purge 8 buffs if the target is taunting. Now, this is a really good upgrade right now because there are a lot of taunters around. So purging off 8 if they're taunting is really, really good. Now, obviously, if it's a Harley Quinn Mad Jester, you're going to need some sort of hit chance up, possibly from Dr. Fate or from like Steppenwolf or something. But it does do the job rather nicely. Purging off 8 buffs does seem like it's a really good, really useful ability because most taunters will only have about 8 buffs, although Clayface could have like 13 buffs. So you may need to use this in conjunction with somebody else to get the full effect of it. And then his Bone Saws, his AoE, does light special damage to all enemies, and cooldown -1 if an enemy is killed with it. Its damage does get up there. A couple of good damage numbers there, 15 and 20% upgrade on the damage, so they do get up there pretty good. It is an AoE, so don't expect it to do like massive damage, but it does do enough damage to make it worthwhile using. And then the upgrade for this is damage plus 70% if enemy has a shield. I'm not sure if it's still bugged. I don't use them a whole lot. It used to be bugged to where it didn't actually do any extra damage. So, I don't know. I've also seen it do some crazy damage, so I mean, it just varies. I'm not sure. So, and then we have Fear itself, which is his control move. You're going to enrage the enemy and drop their meter quite a bit. 10, 14, 18, 22, 30, 42% at full upgrade. So dropping an enemy turn meter 42% is pretty awesome. And enrage, it's a very misunderstood mechanic. It basically forces the enemy to attack randomly and use their basic attack only. So, I mean, it's a combination silence taunt, sort of. Soft taunt. It's not really a taunt. It just forces them to attack randomly. So sometimes you can get good use out of it. The upgrade for it is -1 cooldown, because it is on a fairly long cooldown. I believe it's 3 or 4. So it's not the greatest. But it is his control move, and it also starts getting him going with his passive, which whenever any enemy is stunned or enraged, he's going to receive a heal, and he'll also gain up to 40% turn meter out of it. So it does get him moving very quickly. Even though he's a low speed character, the 40% turn meter is huge if you can, start stacking enrages or start stacking stuns. It does add up very quickly. And the upgrade for this is gaining 5 mend, so he does overheal himself a lot if you start stacking those, and starts moving at blazing speeds if you can do that. So this is his primary weapon of why you would want to use him. He can start moving fairly quickly. And then Sinestro's leadership. All allies have a 45% chance to gain 1 strength up whenever an enemy gets enraged. And this goes up to 90% for any allies to gain the strength up whenever an enemy gets enraged. As a leader, Ship ability, it's not a lot. One strength up isn't much. And Enrage is a rare enough mechanic that even if you do end up stacking it, like your whole team has it and your whole team can start stacking it, you're not going to get a ton of mileage out of those strength ups, probably. I mean, just a couple of them do change damage. It does increase, it does help, but you're probably not using them as a leader a whole lot. And then the upgrade for this is getting an additional strength up. So if you do use him as a leader and you do it on an enraged team, it does help. So, but one of his main draws is these affinity resistance downs. It allows characters that are the weaker affinity to hit harder. So if you have a physical trying to hit an energy character, that physical will deal more damage because the affinity resistance is what dictates the reduced damage. Alright, so go ahead and take a couple of team comps. So just as some examples, you could choose to lead with Sinestro. Oh, damn it. I hate when it does that. You could choose to lead with Sinestro. You could choose to lead with Ares. It's kind of up to you. Ares also kind of feeds off of the Enrage mechanic. But Sinestro, we went with him as the leader on this one because it'll help Grundy get some good strength ups. And Grundy's Enrage should also help speed up Sinestro with his passive. Ares will also speed him up because of his massive amount of Enrage that he applies. And then Joker, the new reworked Joker Glampert's Crime, actually applies a lot of Enrages too. All of his moves have a potential chance to apply Enrage, and then there's ones that actually have a 100% chance to apply Enrage. So lots of Enrages going around here. Sinestro should be moving very quickly. Okay. Another team, this time we got Ares as the leader. We got Sinestro. Got Harley Quinn Mad Jester, whose taunt can enrage everybody. And then Swamp Thing. A lot of people forget that his Verdant Coffin applies Enrage. So we just went with an all-out Enrage team again. So they all kind of synergize very well. You got a Protector with Harley Quinn. Swamp Thing there just kind of doing his thing, doing meter down, strength down, you know, whatever he needs to do to help the team out, using his Enrage when he needs to. So, and don't underestimate enraging a character when necessary, because them using a basic attack randomly is very powerful. So, and then the last team we got here is more of a just all-around utility team. You got Green Lantern Hal Jordan as your leader to give the shields up to everybody, and also allows him to use his hammer right away. And the hammer stun, allowing Sinestro to gain a bunch of meter. And then we also have Vixen, who has stuns and evasion downs and whole bunches of different utility things built into her kit. And then, of course, we have the newly reworked Catwoman, who still has her stun and purge on her hit and run, and offers a lot of utility to the team as well with that. So you just have an all-around utility team. You got assist calls with Hal, you've got stuns and stuns and stuns with Vixen and Catwoman, and Sinestro offering his Enrage. And like I said, Vixen can offer up a lot with her utility because of the way her kit works. So, got some good stuff there. So, alright, that's all I got. Hope you all enjoy. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. As always, enjoy and grind on.